Gen Zs are more trouble towards mental health.
थोड़ा ओवर डायग्नोसिस सेल्फ डायग्नोसिस भी होता है थैंक्स टू सोशल मीडिया.
Depression, I have anxiety. Oh, I have ADHD, I have OCD. So how does one identify that?
Try to understand it with the help of 3 Ds. Duration. There is degree, but the next point is very important.
There's a lot of females. Now they're
Yeah.
like, my husband is a mama's boy, he's not listening to me. What is the reason behind that?
So it comes down to emotional guilt. Whenever a man has to set a boundary with his family, उसको emotional guilt होता है मैं कुछ गलत कर.
गलत तो नहीं कर.
Audience needs to know that setting a boundary is in no way disrespecting your parents. It's not that.
What do you think about modern dating?
Now there is this thing called the Amazon mindset in dating.
Yeah.
So you open a dating app and there's like a catalog of people and you are choosing. India में एक और चीज हो रही है. Internally our DNA is such that we still crave old school security, commitment. वो सबको चाहिए. But उसके साथ साथ friends with benefits, no strings attached.
Very hot topic question. Why do people cheat in relationships? Hi everyone. So the next 1 hour answers all your doubts and questions that you have been silently dealing with. Joining me today is Anushka Modi, a clinical psychologist. My request is please watch the podcast till the end because trust me, I enjoyed my bit and so will you. I think let's start with something very basic right now.
Okay.
What's the difference between a therapist, psychiatrist, and a psychologist? Because people they use these terms very common, अपने लैंग्वेज में बहुत कॉमनली यूज करते हैं. बट आई थिंक सबका रोल क्या होता है वो आज मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगा. रियली वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट पर्सपेक्टिव.
Yeah. So definitely all 3 are different.
Right.
So I'll start with who is a psychiatrist.
करेक्ट.
So a psychiatrist is basically someone who has a medical background. So that means that they've done their MBBS and their MD in psychiatry.
Oh,
So what that allows them to do is prescribe medication. So when you have a very serious clinical condition like bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, you go to a psychiatrist because
Correct.
these are conditions that are dealt best with medication. A clinical psychologist is someone in India who has an RCI license. So that allows you to practice independently. You can do talk therapy and you can also do assessments for IQ, childhood disorders, personality disorders. So that is the scope of a clinical psychologist. But they cannot prescribe medication.
for medication you need to go to a
If
psychiatrist.
you want
again.
medicine, you need to go to a psychiatrist.
Oh,
If you want just talk therapy or you want to get
just
assessed,
wanna get rid of certain thoughts from your mind.
yeah, you go to a clinical psychologist. And therapist is a very broad term that would include a clinical psychologist, a counselor, a child counselor. So that is basically like an umbrella term under which you will find most mental health professionals.
So therapist and counselor they kind of same.
Interchangeably, you can use these terms.
Apple and orange.
Yeah, maybe.
So mental health is now the hot topic,
Right.
right? So do you think it's always the mental health issue amongst people? Or there's something different now they're terming it as mental health? The root cause has to be different.
I would say the root cause could be different because we're altogether a different generation
Correct.
of people now. But if you look at our parents, our grandparents, they also used to experience stress,
Correct.
anxiety, depression.
Correct.
The only difference is that they did not have the vocabulary for it and the emotional safety to talk about it.
Correct.
So they would brush it off as mood kharab hai bas, right? But now people are becoming more aware.
More aware about it.
Yeah.
It's trending. Mental health topic is
Absolutely.
trending. Everyone is there.
Mental health terms.
Countries didn't had scope for mental health. Now they have departments of mental health.
Exactly.
And government is providing support. Earlier it
So-
was not there.
100%. So now people are more open to talking about it. So they know
Correct.
कि stress है, anxiety है, depression है. They have the vocabulary to say that, hey, I'm not okay. You know?
With that, I have a very interesting thing. What I have noted as a millennial, as a 30-year-old millennial, be very specific and precise about it. Do you think millennials and Gen Z,
Huh.
their way of dealing with stress and coping up with mental health is different.
100%. Like their way of dealing with stress is different because their triggers and the reason for the stress is also so different.
So whom are we talking about first?
Let's talk about the Gen Z.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Because they're the incoming workforce also now.
Are they struggling the most with their mental health?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For different reasons, I would say. Millennials are also struggling, but the reason becomes very different. For Gen Z, it's like they're constantly connected because of social media, notifications coming in at 10 o'clock in the night, a global crisis. So
Right.
there's constant negativity all around, right? So they are doomed. They think that there is no future and they have a sense of hopelessness, chronic anxiety, burnout. So they feel that future में कुछ रखा ही नहीं, right? Everything is also very temporary for them.
Correct.
So they want quick fixes to most things.
Absolutely.
Now, if you look at a millennial like you, like me, our struggles are very different. You know, we're in the middle of trying to either find a partner to get married to,
Find stability in the career.
yeah,
right.
raise a family, look for a job, buy a home
Correct.
in this economy, look after aging parents.
Oh,
So it's like a work-life
Crazy.
balance that you are trying to get
absolutely, absolutely.
into. And so those stressors become very different, right? And of course, the way of coping is also different in the sense of how you've been raised, how you've seen your parents cope with stress. So it's ultimately every generation has their own way of resolving their problems. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, but if I really ask you,
Yeah.
Gen Zs are more trouble towards mental health. Why? Or they just highlighted it? या फिर exaggeration है, or you think that is really the case?
I think थोड़ा highlight है, थोड़ा exaggeration भी है, थोड़ा over diagnosis, self diagnosis भी होता है thanks to social media, right? So any normal everyday human emotion is also now termed as, oh, I have this
thing.
depression, I have this
I'll get there.
anxiety.
That's my next question.
Yeah, right?
These social media, the thing you mentioned,
Yeah.
3-4 common terms which are used. I have depression, I have anxiety, I have ADHD,
Yeah.
I have OCD. कोई एकदम से एक टॉपिक से दूसरे टॉपिक पे शिफ्ट हो जाता है,
हाँ.
वो बोलते हैं नो आई थिंक आई हैव ADHD. Some people, I think someone wants the area clean, I think I have OCD.
Yeah.
Someone is sad with something, I think I have depression.
Yeah.
और एंग्जाइटी, ये इतना कॉइन होने लगा है ये टर्म्स ऑन, लाइक इट हैज़ बिकम सो कॉमन.
Yeah.
Like, how does one really identify whether they really have it? Because people have started to use it as if it's just, I have fever, I have 102 fever,
Yeah.
as if it's going to go in 2 days.
Yeah.
What I really understand, coming not from a psychologist background, of course,
Yeah.
does these things, once you're diagnosed with certain, like let's just say ADHD हो गया आपको, या फिर कुछ depression है आपको, what is the first and foremost thing you need to understand कि आपको ये है? What's the time frame? Because of course the time varies.
Yeah.
But how should one identify it's a normal habit? आपको clean रखना था, आपको OCD नहीं है,
हाँ.
आपको ADHD नहीं है, अगर आप एक
Yeah.
टॉपिक से दूसरे टॉपिक पे you're just shifting.
Yeah.
So how does one identify that?
So let me make it very easy for the audience to
Correct.
also understand. So ADHD आपको तब तक नहीं है जब तक चाइल्डहुड से आप हाइपर एक्टिव नहीं हो, ठीक है, आपको अटेंशन डेफिसिट की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ADHD इज अ न्यूरो डेवलपमेंटल डिसऑर्डर. बचपन से इट हैज़ टू बी देयर.
वो अडल्ट लाइफ में एकदम से नहीं आता.
एकदम से नहीं आएगा.
OCD?
OCD आपको तब तक नहीं है जब तक आपको इंट्रूसिव थॉट्स नहीं आते, डिस्टर्बिंग वाले, एंड उन थॉट्स का इम्पैक्ट रिड्यूस करने के लिए आप एक रेपिटेटिव एक्शन, जिसे हम कंपल्शन कहते हैं, उसको परफॉर्म नहीं करते. सो इंट्रूसिव थॉट आया, एंग्जाइटी हुई, उसको कम करने के लिए मैंने एक रेपिटेटिव बिहेवियर किया. दिस इज OCD.
Can it happen anytime in a life, or it also has to happen, have a history, like बचपन
No,
से होना?
OCD can get triggered at any point.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about depression and anxiety?
डिप्रेशन आपको तब तक नहीं है जब तक यू नॉट फेल्ट लोनली, अपसेट, लो मूड, लैक ऑफ प्लेजर फॉर 2 weeks or more, and it's disrupting your everyday life. Yeah.
What about anxiety?
एंग्जाइटी आपको तब तक नहीं है जब तक आप एक जनरलाइज्ड मैनर में हर चीज़ को लेके अपनी लाइफ में एंक्शियस हो. पास्ट के बारे में सोच रहे हो, एंक्शियस हो. फ्यूचर के बारे में सोच रहे हो, एंक्शियस हो. उसकी वजह से आप हाइपर वेंटिलेट कर
Not
रहे हो.
confident about anything.
नॉट not just confidence, it's more about just constantly being hyper vigilant about everything. अच्छा इसने reply नहीं किया, क्या हो गया? Oh my god, like that. I would basically say that if I'm talking about a clinical disorder, I would try to understand it with the help of 3 Ds. Okay, the first is duration. ठीक है, आपको टेम्परेली कोई फीलिंग आ रही है, जा रही है. सो मेरी किसी से फाइट हो गई, आई एम फीलिंग अ लिटिल अपसेट, 1 घंटे में आई एम फाइन.
Correct.
ठीक है. Versus me experiencing chronic sadness for the last 2 weeks for no rhyme or reason is different. So you have to look at the duration of whatever you're experiencing. कि वो पिछले 2 हफ्ते 3 हफ्ते से वैसी ही है feeling.
So crying at night without any reason
Yeah.
has nothing to do with depression. But
Yeah.
if you're crying every night for continuously 2 to
Yeah.
3 weeks,
Yeah.
then that's something to be
Then-
taken care of.
In addition to other things, such as आपको रोना आ रहा है रात को, you've completely stopped going to work, you've isolated yourself entirely, you know, so it's an amalgamation of a multiple things coming together. So ये तो हो गया हमारा duration. Then there is degree, which can basically be understood as intensity. So anything I see exists on a spectrum. If I'm sad, it exists on me being less sad to extremely sad. So where on that spectrum
The time
am I?
frame you have to be
Yeah,
on.
what is the intensity of that symptom?
And how does one identify कि मुझे कुछ भी नहीं है, मैं ऐसे ही सोच रहा था. Like, oh, I had nothing. Maybe I was just overthinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that realization comes within a few moments or 1 or 2 days, that in itself is a cue for you कि अच्छा, it was just a bad moment. That is what it was.
Right.
But the next point is very important, is disruption.
How do you define
So
that?
disruption would basically mean कि whatever symptom I'm experiencing, whether it's forgetfulness, whether it's sadness, anxiety, has now completely taken over my life. Which means I am in bed crying, I am missing extremely important deadlines, I am not going to work, I have lost all my friends, all my relationships, I've isolated myself completely. Things like getting up in the morning and brushing have started to seem very effortful. You know, so this is taking over my life. It's disrupting my everyday functionality,
Wow.
right? So 3 Ds: degree, duration, and disruption.
Oh,
So this is what you have to keep in mind before self-diagnosing yourself.
wonderful. I think what I'm going to ask about, let's talk about relationships, because
Yeah.
I think that is one segment, one area where people are very confused.
Right.
What do you think about modern dating habits? And are people just generally very confused about it
Yeah.
with the choices
Yeah.
and with the time frame or with the lifestyle?
Yeah.
How do you see that?
I think modern dating has ruined the dating culture. Very simply put. Okay.
And why do you say that?
आप देखो ना, पहले what used to happen is
Yeah.
that when our parents were meeting people or our grandparents, so
Yeah.
many times you will hear them say, we were just told that this is the person that you're supposed to get married to.
Correct, correct.
So people would, you know, get to know their potential partners through their neighbors, cousins,
Write
family,
letters.
friends,
हाँ.
write letters. एक safety net
Safety
होता था,
net होता था.
and you would meet someone through someone that you know.
Of course.
Okay. So there's like, कि अच्छा, I'll have to make sure that, you know, this works. Now there is this thing called the Amazon mindset in dating. Okay.
Why do we call it Amazon?
I'll tell you
mindset?
why. Because now, क्या कर रहे हैं लोग? They open up an app, and there is a catalog of people.
I was about to get the dating apps.
The dating app.
Yeah.
So you open a dating app, and there's like a catalog of people,
Yeah.
and you're choosing, you're swiping. Oh, this person looks good. Oh, this bio looks interesting.
Has that made relationship less valuable?
100%. Because people have zero patience and infinite options. So people are like, "Acha, if this person," they go out on a date and they're like, oh, something seems off. You know, he's talking less, or, you know, he probably ordered something that I would never order in my entire life. And these silly, irrelevant things,
Yeah.
people look at them as red flags and call relationships off. Now, why is that happening?
Hmm.
Because I know that if this person doesn't work out,
I
I
have
have
10 more.
10 more options.
And that's what human brain is.
Yeah.
Like once you have a lot of options, they start taking you for granted.
Yeah. India में एक और चीज़ हो रही है is that we are adopting a lot of Western trends.
Like,
Situationships, swiping left, swiping right. But internally, our DNA is such that we still crave ओल्ड स्कूल सिक्योरिटी कमिटमेंट वो सबको चाहिए, बट उसके साथ साथ we also want to find that thing in things like situationships, friends with benefits, no strings attached. So it's just a very confusing world out there when it comes to relationships.
आजकल एक परसेप्शन भी है एंड आई थिंक बोलना ठीक है, बट लड़कियां आजकल रिलेशनशिप्स में लड़कों से ज़्यादा परेशान है. हाउ रियल इज दैट एंड डू यू एग्री विद इट?
Not at all. I
You
would
don't?
like to really debunk this myth.
या
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है that women are far more miserable आज की डेट में. Again, this goes back to our conditioning. ठीक है. My age, when I was growing up, I was told that, you know, if you're upset, talk to us about it. You know, it's okay to feel your emotions. And naturally, what that does to me is ki if there is any inconvenience in my life, I would either reach out to a friend, a life coach. I know it's okay for me to be vulnerable because the society has normalized that for me.
Okay.
ठीक है. Now you're a guy. Okay. I'm sure that you were told कि रोने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. Such a small thing. Be strong.
राइट.
So what that does to you is it tells you that it's not okay for you to be vulnerable.
ओके.
Okay. So you're probably going through the same stress as a woman is in a relationship. But what you do, you will be like, Acha, let me go out for drinks with my friends. Let me play this video game. Let me immerse myself in work. So you're suffering, but silently. So both are suffering. It's
I
just
think
that,
times have also changed drastically.
Yeah.
Do you think women are not ready to tolerate things these days in relationships what they were ready to tolerate a decade ago?
Yeah.
Do you think that is also true?
Yeah.
Things
That's
have
a pattern
changed.
I see. Yeah. Because back in the day, people used to have a mindset that I need to make this work at any cost.
Correct. And there were no options.
There were no options.
Like marriage ho gaya, so this is the end.
Exactly.
Do you think that was one of, like you being a clinical psychologist, there's no age pattern mental health ka. 20s wale bhi aayenge, you'll have 30s, 40s,
Right.
50s wala clients will also come, I'm sure.
Right.
Do you think those marriages during that time, our parents' time, they survived because they knew that there are no other options, firstly, and then they would know कि अब जो भी है, whatever it is with him or
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
But times have drastically changed today. इसलिए you would also come across marriages which are horrible
Yeah.
that happened during that time,
Yeah.
but it still survived.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that survival worth it as a clinical psychologist?
Yeah.
Secondly, if it's not, is the modern day time frame, the new, technical advice which you give, is it the right way to deal with such problems if we face it in today's time?
So I would say that back in the day, what used to happen was that marriages were out of an economic necessity and social pressure.
Correct.
So a woman
The
was
age
married
factor
off.
too.
Earlier, she would be dependent on her father for like finances, and shadi ke baad on her husband. Okay. So it was more about survival. So while the mindset was jo hai yahi hai, it was also ki if not this, then where will I go? If I don't suffer with him, then the suffering outside of the marriage might be much worse for me. So let me just put up with this. Okay. Now women are financially independent, very secure, they know their worth, they can go buy a house, pay their bills. So marriage is more of a choice now, and women are ready to settle for it as long as there's like bare minimum respect and partnership in it. So वो जो financial dependency
जो
का
glitch आ रखा था.
glitch आ रखा था ना, वो change हो गया.
Correct.
So that is why it's leading to a psychological shift in
And
mindset.
people are naming it as a generational shift, but that is not actually a generation shift.
Yeah.
That is a necessary shift.
It is.
जो कि बहुत सालों पहले हो जाना चाहिए था.
Yeah.
That is happening now.
Yeah.
And then as a coach, I would not say it कि आप बहुत modern हो गए हो. I think आप बहुत aware हो गए हो.
Right.
I think if you're getting less tolerant about things that, let's just say for XYZ viewer who's watching this as a, like
Yeah.
any female who's watching this,
Yeah.
she has seen her mother suffer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now she has made this pact कुछ भी हो जाए, I'm not going to suffer the same in my marriage.
Yeah.
She's ready to delay her marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Late हो जाए.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the right kind of a guy.
Yeah.
So is that approach, how do you see that as a psychologist?
I think that's just trauma passing down from one generation to the other. You know, when you've seen your mom be in a difficult marriage, वो देख के आपको traumatic feel होता है ना, that what if, and it builds a lot of fear in your mind, what if tomorrow my partner is like that? It makes you avoidant. Maybe your partner is not like that, but the fear makes you completely avoidant of relationships, right? And women are moving from that I need to make this work at all costs to if this doesn't make me happy, I'm out of it. Because I want to see what contributes to my happiness, and I wouldn't call that selfish.
That's self-care.
Yeah, that's self-care. Yeah, and that's what it is. Yeah.
Why my focus was towards that? I mean, why did I say कि लड़कियां ज़्यादा परेशान है
Yeah.
relationship में? I mean, ये सुनने को आता है आजकल. Me as a life coach,
Yeah.
95% of my clients are
Yeah.
females,
Yeah.
and whenever we speak, it's about relationship issues.
Yeah.
So it could be insecurity.
Yeah.
It could be about anything lack of trust
Yeah.
that they're carrying along.
Yeah.
What I have seen and what pattern I have understood,
Yeah.
the females who have trauma from their father's side,
Yeah.
there, and when it comes for them to find a relationship, to find the right match,
Yeah.
they're not just searching for a guy or a husband,
Yeah.
they're also looking for a father in it.
Yeah. Yeah. A protective figure.
And
Yeah.
they want to make sure that that person not only becomes her husband or
Yeah.
boyfriend,
Yeah.
he kind of also fulfills
Yeah.
what her father couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. This
And
is
do
very
you think
common.
that's having that kind of expectation is right? And if it's not right, then why?
See, you know, I am seeing a lot of people in my practice who, before they get married or before they decide to start a family, come up to me and say, when I ask them, "Ki, acha, why do you want to start therapy? They say that, you know, we want to resolve whatever mental knots we have in our mind. ठीक है? So लोग इस awareness से आ रहे हैं where they know that maybe their attachment style to their parents was problematic, and that can also lead to problematic attachment styles with their potential romantic partner. So it's not okay to find a fatherly figure in a partner, because
You
ultimately
might disappoint also.
yeah,
yourself,
because
right?
ultimately your partner is your partner,
Correct.
and you have to look at it very objectively, right? Of course, we all have needs ki chalo, you know, somebody looks after us, or thoda, you know, need for companionship. All of those things are fine. But to constantly, dismiss people around you because, you know, they are not matching your idea of what you've idealized a partner to be based on whatever you were expecting from your father. is
Just adding
probably-
too much of pressure on the guy as well.
Yeah, and it's so self-defeating ना. आपको कौन ऐसा इंसान मिलेगा जो आपके डैड के unmet needs को पूरा करेगा?
But isn't that the moral responsibility of a partner? I'm just saying. Might sound a little biased, but don't you think that's a moral responsibility? Because
No.
once I understand my partner,
Yeah,
I will understand where she's coming from.
yeah,
And if she has lacked certain things in her
Yeah.
life when I was not there,
yeah,
that becomes my responsibility to fulfill it, even though she doesn't mentions it.
yeah.
So is that approach right? और वहाँ पे भी हम गलत?
No, see, if you're doing it out of your pure will,
हाँ.
अगर आपका intention ही relationship में ये है या that I want to be as
Right.
available as I can to my partner, that's fine. You're doing
That's
it
right.
out of your own reason.
Correct.
If your partner comes up to you and tells you कि my reason to be with you is
Yes.
because I want you to do this for me,
This
then that's
for
a
me.
little toxic.
That's toxic.
Yeah,
That's
so-
the word. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Toxicity.
Connecting the dots with this
Yeah.
question as a clinical psychologist, a very interesting question, a very hot topic question. Why do people cheat in relationships? Whether they can be a boyfriend or girlfriend,
Yeah.
they are married.
Yeah.
Why do people cheat?
I think it comes from a place of having an identity crisis.
Okay.
Okay.
Like?
Because क्या होता है that sometimes when a relationship has run for long enough, you want to seek excitement, validation. You know, you feel
The
like
spark are you talking
that
about?
spark. You want to feel a new relationship high all over again. Now, instead of recreating that with your existing partner, people tend to find an easy way out. And they're like, कि ठीक है, मुझे ऐसा feel हो रहा है, I feel like I've lost that spark, that charm. Let me find it with a third person outside the relationship. So it comes from a place of a person having a crisis with their identity.
Mm-hmm.
The second could be that, sometimes it comes from a place of low self-confidence.
Right.
So as people grow older, right, they start questioning their career choices. They know that they are aging, and sometimes that can be met with a lot of dissatisfaction.
Correct.
है ना? So you're like, कि
Validation
ठीक है, validation चाहिए, and let me look for a new person. ठीक है? So the other reason is that people are extremely scared of having honest and vulnerable conversations with their partners.
Okay.
So they may be feeling lonely, disconnected, dissatisfied with their partner, but they probably are afraid of their partner's reaction if they share this with them. So emotional void तो है. And they're like, अच्छा इससे बात करने की जगह again let me find someone on the outside who can help me fill this emotional void of mine.
Is it right
I wouldn't say so, right?
just to find your validation? Is
Yeah,
it right as
yeah.
per psychological term?
Not entirely, because, and this is a personal narrative,
Of
so
course.
people can disagree with me, but I would rather put all my efforts into making, like whatever I already have, I would try and put my efforts into making that thing work first before seeking that sort of thrill and validation. But that's the thing, when people are cheating, they lose all rationality and logic.
I have heard from people,
Yeah.
please tell me if it's right, on technical terms, that the reason their marriage, their family is together today because that person cheated at a certain time.
Yeah.
The women cheated at a certain
Yeah.
time just to find validation, and because she couldn't get that from her husband,
Yeah. Yeah.
and because of that, she's able to maintain her sanity,
Yeah.
and her family is still together.
Yeah.
Is that approach right to maintain the family or relationship? Because some people do that just to maintain their family
Yeah.
or keep them close.
I mean, it's a call for attention, right? And it's again, morally, I would say it's not okay, right? But personally, people might just like really justify it to themselves that, this person has been so.
And stay in denial.
Yeah, right.
Denial
So they
factor is
kind
way
of
too much.
would like just give them their own selves a justification that, these are my reasons. So they'll probably just like really rationalize it to themselves. That I am cheating on my husband because my husband has done XYZ. So I would say that personally, maybe sure that works for them. On a moral ground, maybe it's not the best or the healthiest approach of, working or dealing with whatever problems you have in your relationship. There are better ways to deal. Example, therapy.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, therapy is one thing that has really
Yeah.
coined, in the past 3 years, I
Yeah.
would say. Earlier, to wo bhi nahi tha.
Exactly. Yeah.
Adding to this is one more question I have. Is physical cheating worse than emotional cheating?
Yeah. I think when it comes to cheating, no one form of cheating is worse than the other, right? And I mean, yes, physical cheating, of course, is bad, okay? But I feel emotional cheating is what can really, really impact the person who's on the receiving end of it. Like when you're dealing with emotions, it can get a little tricky in that sense, right? So there's no such thing that you can say कि एक
Explain
दूसरे से.
with an example.
I mean, imagine if you find out that your partner's been like.
Yeah.
Emotional cheating is what? That, I'm constantly feeling invalidated by my
She's
partner.
taking the validation from someone else.
Taking the validation, or my partner's constantly gaslighting me. He's making me only question in my entire outlook towards life and the relationship. So imagine being in that state on a chronic basis. What can that do to a person's
The emotional
state of
factor will
mind.
never stick to one then.
Yeah, and you will
Just oscillate.
constantly question yourself.
Correct.
So there's no one is worse than the other. Both are equally bad, and both should be looked down upon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
I recently came across a study, like a survey, or more like a survey. Females who are working,
Yeah.
they're purposely delaying their marriage
Okay.
because they're ready to delay their marriage, then settling down with
Yeah.
the wrong person.
100%.
What
Yeah.
kind of psychological shift is this?
Why na that, I'd rather be 100% sure
Yeah.
than suffer later. You know. So I'll just be extremely sure that I don't have to be dependent on any other person. Okay, financially, emotionally, if I want to go and if I want to be able to afford a certain lifestyle, I should be
Right.
able to do it myself.
Right.
So if not at 29 and I get married at 32, as long as I'm doing it with a sane state of mind and I'm mentally more prepared for it, what's the harm in it?
So are females becoming more masculine? Like I would say, so how I put it is, when a female is really upset with males in her life, it
Yeah.
can be her father, her
Yeah.
brother, her boyfriend,
Yeah.
husband, anyone,
Yeah.
then she develops more masculine energy in her.
Oh, okay.
Then she tends to take initiative. She is doing things by herself.
Hyper independent.
Hyper independence,
Yeah.
that's the term I would
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
So generally, like you mentioned the thing in the start, that finance dependency थी पहले,
हाँ.
अब वो भी नहीं है.
हाँ.
And there is a term where time comes when most of the females are like, you know what, I have become a man hater. Trust me, I have a lot of females in my life as a coach. They're like, sir, I have become a man hater. And deep down, they do crave the love from a
Of
man.
course. Yeah.
I can sense that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this thing is coming कि पहले जो एक मैन प्रोवाइडर की एनर्जी थी ना, अब वो इतनी नहीं है. फीमेल्स आर मोर देन, लाइक इक्वल नहीं बोलूंगा, आगे ही हो रहा है सारा इन
I'm
टर्म्स
glad
ऑफ.
you said that.
Yeah, it is there. Facts are facts.
Yeah.
But at the same time, तो प्रोवाइडर एनर्जी चली गई. लेकिन masculine energy comes from the male side.
Yeah.
Feminine energy is from the female side.
Right.
But it's the interchange that happens.
Yeah.
There would be times when a male develops a lot of feminine energy, so that person becomes very soft.
Yeah.
So soft ho jata hai, so he becomes very humble.
Yeah.
And once you become very humble, that ego and that shrewd personality जो होती है तुम्हारी, वो shrink हो जाती है.
हाँ.
So that's why it's very important for the amalgamation of both the masculine energy and feminine energy to be present inside a person.
Right.
That's what I believe.
Yeah.
But females these days, they're becoming more masculine
Yeah.
because they're getting very hyper independent, like you
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah.
At the same time, they're ready to sacrifice their number of years until they find the right match.
Yeah. Yeah.
How right is that as per the technical term of clinical psychologist?
Again, I think it's a personal preference. But I am personally of the view that you need to have a balance in life. That's my worldview.
Is it right to have that amount of hyper independence for your mental health?
Yeah. Hyper independence is not a problem here.
What is the problem?
The problem is just like focusing on one aspect of your life, that "Acha, my career is everything," while completely compartmentalizing, locking up personal life in a box and putting it on the side.
Why are females becoming man haters? Why? It's so sad. I mean,
I
why
mean,
are they
someone
becoming-
must have done something really sad for them to reach that stage. So it's not without a reason. but jokes
It can
aside,
be anyone, right?
yeah, or it can be a lot of suppressed emotions coming from your childhood and then resurfacing in your adulthood life, right? So maybe your men in the romantic relationship space might not be the reason for them to have such strong hatred towards men. It could be maybe some terrible childhood experience, or it could be anything. So the human mind is so complex that उसको पता नहीं है कि मेरा ये जो emotion है ये कहाँ से आ रहा है, right? So it can be different reasons for different people, but yeah, nothing personal against men.
But it's the right way. There must be something there, right?
They're just trying to assert their autonomy.
What can a man do to make sure that female turns to a man lover from a man hater?
Matlab, why not? They must have done something terrible at
Correct,
some point.
correct.
Right.
And how does can only a man change that perspective? Or a female has to change it on her own?
I think most of the work a woman would have to basically do herself, to change that narrative.
What does a man needs to do then?
Be nice.
Just make her as
respectful and nice.
comfortable
That's
as
the
you
bare
can.
minimum. Yeah. Yeah. Just like
I mean, there's a lot of questions coming in my mind, so I'll toss them accordingly. There's another one,
Yeah.
very important.
yeah.
Why are marriages? Let's just stick to India. Why are Indian marriages not working these days? there's a sudden spike in the number of divorce cases in the past
100%, yeah.
10 years. If you'll see the stats, 2014 it was very less. 2026 I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Surprised. Won't
Yeah.
even take the number.
Yeah.
Why is it happening? And our Indian men, or let's just say anyone, not the female, they have stopped drawing boundaries that is somehow making the other partner insecure, or they're not able to handle when it comes to the marriage. What is your take on that?
I think so. And the way marriages are structured in our country is that the woman after marriage would typically go to a man's house and
Correct.
stay with
That's the
that
thing.
family,
Yeah.
right? Now, men, it can be a little tricky for them to see. A lot of times, they are not able to set a boundary with their family
Correct,
members
I think
because
some of them, sorry to interrupt,
yeah,
there's a lot of females now. They're
Yeah.
like, the husband
yeah,
is more inclined
Yeah.
towards the mother side,
yeah, yeah,
and they name it as mama's boy.
mama's boy,
Right? My husband is a mama's boy.
Yeah.
He's not listening to me.
Yeah.
What is the reason behind that? What is the reason why their wife is saying that?
Yeah.
Is the reason that the husband is not able to draw a clear boundary about how to differentiate between his wife and his mother?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you see it?
So it comes down to emotional guilt. Okay. So boys को क्या बताया जाता है that you have to be respectful. You have to be obedient. So obedient and respect are equated. That if you're not obedient, you're being disrespectful.
Correct.
Okay. So now whenever a man or a guy has to set a boundary with his family, उसको emotional guilt होता है मैं कुछ गलत कर रहा हूँ.
गलत तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
But again, I think the audience needs to know that setting a boundary is in no way disrespecting your parents. It's not that. A lot of people mistake कि if I'm setting a boundary, it means कि मेरे को अपने parents को हर चीज़ के लिए मना करना है. That's not what it is. It's just that you are able to communicate your wife's needs to your family in a very healthy manner. But वो नहीं कर पाते, right? Because of guilt. So now a new person has entered this dynamic, right? And you feel guilty, you feel कि मैं एक बुरा बेटा हूँ if I don't listen to my parents or I do something different from what they're asking me to do. And you're alienating your wife's needs. So she is suffering in silence. So there is a tug of war that the guy is going through. Marriages are difficult for women, they're also very difficult for men.
Especially
Because
anyone who's attached to the mother.
The mother who's
Mother
living in a
factor.
joint setup, उनको दोनों side की चीज़ें संभालनी है. So it's equally difficult for men, I would say, for different reasons. What do you think about that?
I personally think a guy
Yeah.
like me, I'm a mama's boy as well.
Okay.
So I have grown up in a family where my emotions are much more close to my mother as compared to my father.
Okay.
All right. Now, when it comes to my marriage,
Yeah.
my mom has always told me this thing, and she still tells me this thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to your family, you should keep your wife as a priority. I come second.
Wow. That's
And
commendable.
that's not because she's more important or I'm more important. That's because she has left her entire house and she is now in a new surrounding altogether.
Right.
Who's her father? You. Who's her husband? You. You are her everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you make her feel vulnerable at this point
Yeah.
of time,
Yeah.
your marriage is not going to last.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your marriage is going to face a lot of difficulty.
Yeah.
And I was surprised, honestly, because my mama, born in 1960s, she's
Yeah.
having this mindset because somehow, maybe she went through the same.
Or maybe she's very secure as a person.
Or maybe she went through the same, or she thinks that no other female should go through the same.
Probably.
I don't know
Probably.
what it is. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I see that as a right approach.
Yeah.
I think once the son gets married,
Yeah.
every mother should actually tell their son, ki beta, from now onwards,
Yeah.
your first priority is your wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now you are creating a new home.
Yeah.
And I think any decent
Yeah.
person would always agree with it. That is my take. Might trigger a lot.
No.
For some, it is their parents
Yeah.
always. You need to understand.
Yeah.
Your wife is going to stay with you till your last breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that you're disrespecting your
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Your wife is someone जिसके साथ निभाना है तुम्हें 7 जन्मों तक.
Yeah.
And she's like your partner, your friend in everything.
100%. 100%. And an equal family member.
Absolutely.
Right?
Right.
But I think it takes, like you said, that your mom always told you this. I think it takes a very secure person who has a very solid identity within for them to say something like this. Otherwise, kya hota hai? People get into a comparison loop. Acha, now that person, and these, a lot of parents would do. Acha, we've raised
I've seen
you.
a lot of mothers also doing that.
हाँ.
कि तू मुझे priority पे रख. Don't
Exactly.
keep your wife as a priority.
And they would-
I've seen, and that is wrong.
And they would say कि अच्छा, we've raised you, हमने तुम्हें
पाला
पोसा and all of
everything.
that.
Right.
And now this new person has come into the dynamic and we don't
forgotten
matter.
us. Even if they say in a very sarcastic way,
Yeah.
I think that hits the man very
Yeah.
personally. Ki
Yeah.
what my mother is thinking like this about me.
Yeah. So they're poking the person to experience that guilt.
Correct. And that is not right.
That's
right?
not right. Yeah. Yeah.
Coming to the marriages, I mean, the follow-up question would be, what are the initial red flags? The sign that anyone misses in a
Yeah.
marriage or in a relationship.
Yeah.
But then if they address it later, it gets too late. What are those signs? It can be 1 or 2, it can be 10, 20, 30.
Yeah, there are many.
Yeah.
But I would say कि this might sound funny, but एक तो if the person that you're dating or the person that you're about to get married to, अगर वो अपने हर ex को toxic या psycho label कर रहे हैं, then उनसे दूर रहो थोड़ा.
Ooh.
Because that is just a reflection of their own toxic pattern. Not every person that they've dated could possibly be
Toxic, right.
That's one.
Right.
Okay. Then second is that a lot of people would end up making fun of their partners. These can be women also, men also. And then अगर उनको बुरा लगता है तो they say, oh, why are you being so sensitive? It's just a joke, you know. That's another one. Then I think shutting down during a conflict.
Silent treatment?
Silent treatment. Oh, it can be really triggering. It can completely dysregulate somebody.
How do you explain that? Because there's some people who give silent treatment to avoid conflict.
Yeah.
There's some people who give silent treatment to avoid the or to address the concern.
Yeah.
So which one is correct?
I think both are bad. You know why? Because silent treatment, आप तो अपनी तरफ से silent treatment दे रहे हो, but
सामने
आपका
वाले-
partner उसको abandonment समझ रहा है. Permanent abandonment. That you know, these 30 minutes of silence means that this person will never ever be the same with me. I mean, ठीक है, you time it. You say कि ठीक है, give me 30 minutes and I will come back to you and talk to you about this.
That
But
is fine.
Yeah, that is fine. Don't leave it open-ended and just like imagine how anxious that would make another person. Right?
Crazy.
So neither should women do that nor should men typically, right? And थोड़ा सा boundaries बना के चलना चाहिए in a healthy manner without offending the Indian joint family system also. Like little bit boundaries just for your own peace of mind, right? If they are not able to create a boundary, that also becomes a red flag, right? And yes, if you're in a relationship or if you're married and you find yourself reminiscing your single life कि यार when I was single ऐसा था, ये freedom थी, ये वो था, that is a major red flag.
मुझे ऐसे क्यों देख रहे हैं? मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है सुन के सभी लड़के हंस रहे
You know?
हैं. This is not like that,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, right? So that.
Yeah.
And another one that
Yeah.
I think goes, that like a lot of people tend to miss is that controlling what you're eating, where you're going, what you're wearing, and then calling it, "Arey, I to just care about you, yeah, that's why I'm doing this."
The control freak
The
thing.
control freak.
What is the difference between being controlling and caring?
I think वो difference अब blur हो गया है आज के time में. Because
Do you blame the society or the surroundings, the environment for it, for such
I
mentality?
think people have just started using the word caring as a justification to micromanage and control their partners. कि अरे मैं तो care करता हूँ. Care is not that. Care is like acts of service. अच्छा तुम्हें कोई problem है, I will do something for you. I will help you. Right? Care is not telling them that you do this, you do that, you wear this, you eat this. If you don't, it's a problem. That is control. Disguised as care. Yeah.
A lot of 2026, a lot of females are getting married. Like if I say 2026 में सबसे ज़्यादा शादी हो रही है. More than 2025, I guess.
अच्छा,
if I might
okay.
know. So maybe there's a possibility a lot of females who are about to get married in the next 3 to
Yeah.
4 months, they
Yeah.
must be listening to this podcast. What is now they are in this 3 to 4 months wala gap before
Yeah.
they get married.
Yeah.
इन 3 से 4 महीने में what are the few things they need to be very sure about the guy, and it can be about the guy as well, they need to
Yeah.
be sure about the female
Yeah.
before they actually know कि हाँ यार this is the person and I'm targeting, my vision is right,
Yeah.
matches with this person, my
Yeah.
choice is right.
Yeah.
What are the few things that you need to take care of before they really take that big step in their life?
I think people base companionship on the basis of chemistry है कि नहीं,
Correct.
attraction है कि नहीं, but those things are very short lived, right?
Okay.
So if you look at a relationship, the two pillars of it would be compatibility and chemistry. ठीक है? So chemistry तो होता है initially, you know, that spark is there, but there is this thing called the 7-year itch. That is that if you've been in a relationship for 7 years, it starts to feel very routine. वो spark चला जाता है, and that's when compatibility comes in.
Is it
Okay.
possible for someone to add the spark again?
It is
How?
through a lot of deliberate effort, I would say. So it would require you to have a conversation with your partner that, you know, what are your likes, dislikes, preferences, whether it's related to intimacy, whether it's related to, you know, what kind of dates would you like to go
Should
out
we say
on.
experimenting? The right term?
Yeah.
Surprise experiments. Because after a
100%.
certain time, you're right. A human mind sees, अच्छा अब तो 7 बज गए तो सोने का time है. It's like
हाँ,
that government
बहुत
job.
routine बन जाता है.
And the only way to, and getting boring, getting bored in a relationship is a thing. I
Yeah.
spoke to one of my
Yeah.
clients, like
Yeah.
I've been into 8 years of relationship,
हाँ.
and trust me, getting boring into a relationship is true.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you survive it then?
Yeah.
मेरे को
Yeah.
पूछना चाहिए, मैंने उनसे पूछा,
हाँ, हाँ.
like how do you survive it then? Then like we keep, firstly we have random fights.
अच्छा.
Like firstly we fight out of no reason,
Okay.
and then after 30 minutes we're fine.
Yeah.
So एकदम से, you know, we had a mirch masala,
Oof,
and now we're
okay.
having that dish.
Okay. Yeah.
And second thing is, he surprises me
हाँ.
and I surprise him too.
Yeah.
Third thing is we experiment.
Yeah.
We experiment like kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, the third point is the most important point. That is why we are in relationships in so many years.
Yeah.
And I was actually surprised.
Yeah.
Like क्या ये एक दूसरे को हर दिन पॉसिबल नहीं, लेकिन वो ऐसे ऐसे बर्थडेज आते हैं.
हाँ.
बर्थडेज इज अ कॉमन थिंग कि साल में एक बार आएगा, बर्थडे पे क्या करो, एवरीवन इज लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू इट.
Yeah.
बट वो बर्थडे के अलावा जाके दे सरप्राइज द ह्यूमन.
Yeah.
And that's when they're like, okay, there's some spark.
There's some spark.
Ekdam se, and it'll be the small steps.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what you like, my husband randomly gets up, okay, let me take you
Yeah.
somewhere. Okay,
Yeah.
where? This is your nail appointment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
small as getting her nails done.
Yeah.
Not like the spa thing, and then the wife takes him
Yeah.
to a mall and then like, okay, I'm buying a new wallet for you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm taking, I organized a bowling competition.
Yeah.
It's me versus you. Let's see who
Yeah.
wins. It's like very
No.
simple, small
Yeah.
steps that, you know, actually motivates you to look forward to your marriage rather than, you know, human mind का क्या है, वो इधर उधर भटकता है बहुत ज़्यादा. It's a
हाँ.
monkey mind.
Yeah.
But I think this way you can actually understand your relationship quite well, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll tell you something very interesting. I once met someone and they told me something very interesting, that they basically decided to do different dates with their partners based on different alphabets starting from A.
We call it the role play.
No, so it is, अच्छा A है, A, आज हमें कुछ करना है, we have to go out on a date that
Yeah.
starts with A. So okay, we'll go for an art activity.
Hmm.
B, we'll go for bowling. C,
Right.
let's go for like a clay
Hmm.
date. So they did this, and that was so unique because they were just doing these different things, and I thought that idea was wonderful.
Correct.
Yeah. But coming back to what you asked, to all the women out there getting married in the next 3-4 months, I think you also have to make sure that your fundamentals really align with the person that you're getting married. आप finances के बारे में अलग तरीके से सोचोगे तो प्रॉब्लम होगा.
Correct.
फैमिली को डिफरेंट तरीके से वैल्यू करोगे, किसी को फैमिली की बहुत वैल्यू है वर्सेस किसी को नहीं है तो प्रॉब्लम होगा. सो आइडेंटिफाई 3-4 pillars of fundamentals. Speak to your potential partner and see whether you align. Kids is a big one, you know, people's one person wants to have kids, the other probably doesn't. So these are certain fundamentals where coming together is very important.
New York में last year एक survey हुआ था with 1,000 people as the survey count.
Okay.
They went to different section of men and different section of female.
Okay.
And they all asked, question was asked with males,
Yeah.
would you be able, will you marry a female who's not good looking or who's a little fat?
Yeah.
They're like, no, we won't. No, we won't. The same question was asked with females.
Yeah.
Would you marry a guy who's not that good looking and is a little fat? Kare, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We care about the love.
Yeah.
And then the questions were changed and they were like, would you marry a. The questions
Huh.
were asked with males that would you marry a female
Yeah.
who's poor? They were like, yeah, what's the harm? We care about love.
Just imagine.
And then females were asked, would you marry a guy who's poor? No, we want a rich husband.
Yeah.
What is, I mean, why is it like females, they care more about the stability of the finances when it comes to the partner?
Yeah.
But the male, they care more about the looks.
Yeah.
Why is it that? What's the psychological reason behind it?
I think for men, more than a psychological reason, the reason is more biological.
Acha.
Okay, they just feel more attracted to a woman who has sharp features, is good looking, right? It's just how they are wired.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I also know a lot of people who would be like, yeah, if we want to get married to someone, the girl has to be like decent looking or
Decent
good
looking,
looking.
good looking.
Right? And you're
पैसे
very
का हम देख लेंगे.
हाँ.
right.
है ना, पैसे का हम देख लेंगे, you know. And women का actually में, I also personally don't care much about looks.
Is it after a certain point of time? Because, or is it like when it comes to marriage, then like I don't care about the looks because I have to see the settlement. Because once you are dating, then
Yeah.
the looks really matters. This is what I have
I
also
think-
seen.
Like for women, it's more about maybe somebody who can make them feel protective, maybe
Asha.
somebody that they feel that can provide them the bare minimum standard of living that they're used to, or stability in
Right.
some sense, you know. So I really don't have an answer for why women don't prioritize looks
After a
as
certain
much
point of time.
after a
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
point in time. But yeah,
I think that's how we are wired, right?
yeah, I think it's wiring.
Correct.
It's just wiring.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like ये देखा जाता है ना that back in the day also the men used to be hunters and gatherers. So
Correct.
they used to go out,
out.
hunt, get food for the
Correct.
family.
Correct.
And women were nurturers.
हाँ.
So जब खाना आ जाएगा, they will make the food, they'll probably prepare a good meal for the family, bring the family together. So evolutionary perspective से तो अभी भी
वो तो
हम कहीं ना
वही है
कहीं
ना, roots तो अभी
उसको
भी
carry
carry
कर ही रहे हैं ना.
We cannot really
Yeah.
cut out all the things in terms
Exactly.
of advancing, right?
Yeah. So it's that.
Coming to that, do you think our day-to-day modern habits
Yeah.
somehow has a connection with our mental health?
More than you can imagine.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Explain.
हम सुबह उठते हैं 9 o'clock, whatever, early in the morning. What's the first thing that we do? We are scrolling Instagram.
Scrolling.
Now, what that does to you is it gives you a cortisol spike. Cortisol is a stress hormone. ठीक है? And एक बहुत cheap dopamine spike भी हमें मिलता है by scrolling on Instagram.
Hmm.
So what happens is जब मैंने सुबह उठते सारी 30 minutes Instagram पे spend कर दिए हैं, I have depleted my reward center, exhausted it completely. तो अब उसके बाद anything I do, I feel discouraged, unmotivated, low, कि यार इसमें तो कोई meaning ही नहीं है.
And imagine getting up with a negative content.
Yeah.
Your day goes like
Yeah.
that.
तो मैंने अपने रिवॉर्ड सेंटर्स को जो मेरे को पूरे दिन चलाने हैं सुबह के 30 मिनट्स में ही डिप्लीट कर दिया. नाउ व्हाट माइंडसेट विल आई अप्रोच द रेस्ट ऑफ द डे विद? दैट्स वन.
Hmm.
सेकंड, एंड आई हैव थॉट अबाउट दिस ऑफन, व्हेन वी वर ग्रोइंग अप, हफ्ते में एक बार एक एपिसोड आता था,
Correct. Oh,
एक सर्टेन टाइम पे आता
correct,
था.
correct, correct.
पॉज, रिवाइंड, फास्ट फॉरवर्ड का ऑप्शन
नहीं
होता.
था.
सो उससे दो चीज़ें होती थी. हम जो देखते थे बहुत अटेंशन के साथ देखते थे.
Correct.
ब्रेक के टाइम हम जाते थे कि अच्छा मैं पानी लेके आऊँगी किचन से, और लेट मी गो यूज़ द वॉशरूम ड्यूरिंग द ब्रेक. एंड what it built in us was the tolerance for delayed gratification. अभी एक एपिसोड आया, अब अगले हफ्ते दूसरा एपिसोड आएगा. I must learn to wait.
Patience.
Patience. अब क्या है?
Curiosity
Binge watch.
खत्म.
8 एपिसोड्स 9 बजे रात को स्टार्ट किया, सुबह 4 बजे तक
All
over.
done.
Right?
My God. And these things, they really affect the mental health
100%.
more than we can
There is
imagine.
more actually, you know.
Yeah.
For example, there's a very old saying that, you know, you should sleep on the same day you wake up. Okay?
Okay.
Now what that
I
means
got-
is, I know, it's confusing
Yeah.
but very logical. It means मैं आज सुबह 9 बजे उठी, I must sleep today itself before 12 o'clock. ठीक है. So if I've pushed my sleep to the next day along with midnight munching, midnight snacking, मैंने तो अपना circadian rhythm mess up कर दिया ना पूरी तरह. So that's going to impact the next day. Work from home. There is no physical distinction between a person's stress zone and comfort zone. Chronic stress हो रहा है लोगों को.
Is work from home ruining people's mental health?
या इमेजिन लोग पहले तैयार होके बाहर जाते थे. दे अडॉप्ट अ रोल. मैं घर से बाहर जा रही हूँ. आई एम एंटरिंग माई वर्क रोल नाउ. मैं घर वापस आ रही हूँ. आई एम डिस्कार्डिंग माई वर्क रोल एंड एंटरिंग इन टू अ फैमिली रोल. अब तो वो लाइन्स ही ब्लर हो गई हैं. सो दैट इज़ अनदर प्रॉब्लम.
Do you think a poor mental health
Yeah.
also starts affecting the physical health eventually?
It does.
Because people are not aware about it.
Yeah. And I would like to explain this
Yeah.
because it can be understood in a very
Yeah.
simple manner.
Yes.
Is that our body and our brain are not two different entities.
Okay.
Okay. So there is this nerve that connects our brain and it connects our gut or our body called the vagus nerve.
The vagus nerve.
The vagus
Okay.
nerve. So इसको एक तरह का हाईवे एक्सप्रेसवे समझ लो between the brain and the body. Okay. Now whenever हमारे ब्रेन में जैसे हमें स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, एंग्जाइटी हो रहा है, कुछ हो रहा है, सो आवर ब्रेन इज गोइंग टू सेंड अ पैनिक सिग्नल.
Correct.
ठीक है, टू आवर गट. ठीक है, कि मुझे पैनिक हो रहा है. अब तो गट क्या करेगा? सो द गट इज गोइंग टू बेसिकली there'll be a lot of
alarms.
inflammation.
Yeah, correct.
There'll be a lot of bloating. आपका gut bacteria एकदम mess up हो जाएगा.
Correct.
That is why when you're nervous you feel butterflies.
Oh,
Right?
Correct.
And when you're anxious, there's acidity, bloating,
there are burps
inflammation,
and there's no
all
need
of
to
this.
eat even though you're feeling hungry.
Exactly.
Right.
Right? So there is a connection. Another unknown fact is serotonin, you know, it's a happy hormone.
Correct.
ठीक है? So if we have a good production of serotonin, you're usually good to go, you're happy. Now that's not something जो हमारे brain में produce होता है. 90% of the serotonin is produced in your gut.
Happy stomach.
Yeah, happy stomach.
Is that why you say what you eat, you become what you eat?
Because if आपका gut has gone for a toss, it's not producing enough serotonin, you know, gut से तो इतने सारे और issues related होते हैं, your body will take a toll. So brain and body, mental health and physical health has a very deep connection. It's more intense than people actually give it credit for. Yeah.
I mean, because most of the time people are not able to connect the dots.
Yeah.
Mental health खराब है लेकिन physical health क्यों खराब हो रही
Yeah.
है? But as you mentioned, the mind and the body, they are one entity.
One entity.
अगर एक को भी कुछ नुकसान हुआ,
Yeah.
दूसरा वाला
Yeah.
would be suffering equally.
Absolutely.
Not like कि उसको कम हो रहा है उसको, and within a day or so, if you are not doing mentally well, physically तुम्हें दिखने लग जाएगा.
आपको नींद नहीं आएगी रात को, आपका अगला दिन पूरा इम्पैक्ट हो जाता है.
And you won't be able to understand.
Yeah.
What is that one habit? If I ask for myself, I have to
Yeah.
get up early in the morning,
Yeah.
irrespective of how I slept.
Yeah.
What is that one habit in the morning I should do so that my entire day becomes
Yeah.
a blessing for me?
Yeah. First, don't go for your phone.
Okay.
First thing in the morning, because हम इतने ऑटो पायलट पे चलते हैं कि our hands go towards our phone. Step out and get some sunlight for
Okay.
at least 10 to 15 minutes. That morning sun can be really, really good for the
Or
body.
some air.
Huh?
Or some air.
Or some air. So
Right.
just like
Step out in your balcony
step
also.
out.
Right.
Step out. Right. Then I would say that this is something that I do. I set the intention for the rest of the day. This is something that I've been trying to do very, very consciously. That okay, what do I intend to do today? And I make my mind aware of it in the morning so that every action that now I am taking throughout the day aligns with the intention that I have already set. Very recently, because I've also been trying to reduce the cortisol spike,
Right.
I just read about for 15 minutes any self-help book
Once you wake up.
once I wake up.
Okay.
So I'm having my morning coffee and I'm reading a self-help book. So phone तो मैं touch ही नहीं करती.
And people who are corporate employees,
हाँ, तो
people
थोड़ा जल्दी उठो. Wake up half an hour before your usual time and do
Right.
this.
वो फोन नहीं उठाना.
Phone
It's
नहीं
like
उठाना
cursing
है.
your entire day.
It is because small things that can spark excitement or make you happy, you've completely depleted your reward center. So phone तो मत ही उठाओ तो better है, right? And gratitude is something I would do at night after my day has happened. Intention is something I would set in the morning. Okay, and some people like to listen to meditative music,
Bhajans.
bhajans, or just spiritual chants, or some sort of just a melody that can completely
That is also
ground you.
good.
That is also good, right? So move away from like being completely immersed in a digital experience which is so unreal, and anchor yourself with your current physical environment. Yeah.
I think that is how you start your day. I mean, people see अभी तो दिन की शुरुआत ही हुई है, but
Yeah.
with that जो एक emotion आ जाता है ना वो 5-10 minutes में,
Yeah.
that actually sets up your entire day.
It
This is what
really
I
does.
personally feel.
Yeah.
If in the morning की शुरुआत मेरी 5-10 मिनट में अच्छी नहीं हुई,
हाँ.
तो मेरा वो पूरे दिन के लिए ऐसा बन चुका है. However, that is also not true in technical cases, but psychologically, yes, I would say.
हाँ,
I mean,
ऐसा होता है.
होता है, right? I think this is one thing which we'll take. I'll shift towards the parenting side now,
Okay.
which might offend a lot of parents as well. Do you think parents who really love their kids way too much,
Yeah.
they also somehow land up becoming one of the major reason of their emotional struggle the kid is facing?
Yeah. Like there is this very funny concept or theory that says that half of the kids come to therapy because of the parents who refuse to go for therapy.
Really?
So that is one thing.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
And yes, ऐसा होता है that unknowingly parents, they are like, अच्छा, there is this thing called adultism.
Okay.
They think that because we're an adult, हम अपने बच्चे से बड़े हैं, we know the best. We will guide you. But sometimes that guidance again is just a form of micromanaging the child's smallest of choices and decisions. It's excessive control. ठीक है?
Do you think they somehow unknowingly pass down their unresolved trauma to their kids?
Yeah.
And then the kid has to entangle himself or herself.
Yeah.
If not, then they're following the pattern like their parents did.
There's a term for it. It's called intergenerational trauma.
And that actually happens?
That actually happens. So ये जो हम कहते हैं कि पेरेंट्स अपने एस्पिरेशंस अपने बच्चों पे डाल देते हैं, दिस इज मे बी टू सम एक्सटेंट कि अच्छा आई वाजंट एबल टू डू दिस, सो आई वांट टू लिव दैट ड्रीम थ्रू यू, राइट? सो ऐसा बहुत होता है. अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स फॉर विमेन लाइक गर्ल्स हु आर अबाउट टू गेट मैरिड, उनका जो एटीट्यूड होता है टुवर्ड्स मैरिज वो उनकी मॉम से आता है.
Right.
So someone's mom who's been through a lot,
She'll also tell her daughter.
करना
पड़ता
है, सबमिसिव हो जाओ, हमने तो इतना किया ही था, so this is the bare minimum.
Is that the right approach?
No, because you are just somewhere trauma dumping ना.
Yep.
आपका traumatic experience रहा, ठीक है, but maybe the way you dealt with that situation back then is not going to be conducive in today's day and age.
It's not necessary that your daughter
But
has to
what
go
is
through.
this if not like trauma going down from one generation to the other? तो ऐसा भी होता है.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are some common mistakes in parenting that parents make that unknowingly, of course, that eventually affects the psychological wisdom of a child, and then later on, once they're growing up, the child has emotional issues.
There are
They
so
have
many.
issues in relationships, friendship,
Yeah.
and the core reason is parenting. Has that case ever? How much do you agree with it, firstly? And have you ever come across such a case?
Yeah, I mean, I do work with a lot of parents also. And very visibly so, some of the mistakes that they do that I can identify is one, that basically they would always praise outcome over effort.
Like?
अच्छे मार्क्स आ गए, वो अच्छे मार्क्स आए, चलो we'll take you out for a dinner or you will get this. It's never, oh तुमने इतना effort डाला,
I'm going to take you out
I'm
for
going to
this.
take you out for the effort that you've put in.
Oh.
Okay. And parents are also raising, I would say, snowflakes.
How do you
Okay.
define that?
कि अरे हमारे बच्चे को किसी टाइप की इमोशनल प्रॉब्लम ना आए कभी. तो ओवर प्रोटेक्टिव. You know, you should ideally be raising a kid who's resilient, who can deal with a challenge, bounce back and move on to the next. Yeah. But no, they're like, नहीं कोई problem नहीं होनी चाहिए. You know, we will take care. We will make sure you never go through any emotional heartbreak or emotional problem.
Do you see constant comparison between sibling also becomes a major issue?
Yeah. And no two siblings have the same upbringing. They might have the same parents, but those parents are also not the same because आप सोचो if somebody's had a kid now and then they have a kid 1 year later, 2 years later. Imagine how much their circumstances have changed in those 2 years, how much they have evolved as a person in those 2 years. So technically they might be the same set of parents, but internally and their way of upbringing the two kids is going to be very different. Yeah.
Wow. Do you think, I mean, I won't even say because I know you would agree, how much of the adult life, like the life of an adult, is shaped on the experiences of a childhood? Just say your childhood have shaped you differently as an adult. So has mine. And I think it varies with everyone.
Yeah.
Does that really happen? And also, does the parenting also shape the adulthood of an individual?
It does, and the short answer is a 50%.
Okay.
Not-
Rest is your choice.
Not 100%. And I'll explain you. There is this thing called nature and nurture.
Okay.
So nature is my genetic blueprint. कि मैं किस टेम्परामेंट के साथ बॉर्न हुई हूँ, मैं कितनी इम्पल्सिव हूँ, मैं कितनी पेशेंट हूँ, मैं वेदर आई एम एन इंट्रोवर्ट और एन एक्सट्रोवर्ट, दैट इज ऑल माई जेनेटिक ब्लूप्रिंट, दैट इज समथिंग आई एम बॉर्न विद. सो ये हो जाता है मेरा नेचर. 50% is my nature. The remaining 50 is nurture. This is what environment I've grown up in. Okay, whether I've gone to a Hindi medium school, I've gone
Correct.
to an English medium school.
Correct.
Okay, how have my parents brought me up? What kind of access did I have when it comes to resources? So that also shapes a person's overall personality. So it's a 50% thing in that sense.
I think the choice ultimately comes down to us whether we really want to continue that side of our parents,
Yeah.
or we need to cut that loop and begin something new.
Yeah. I always tell my clients who come to therapy that ठीक है, therapy में we will learn new ways of, you know, dealing with situations, new how to challenge our thoughts. But we also have to unlearn
Many things.
a lot many things. So it's both.
Very impressive. What's that one piece of advice you
Yeah.
would like to give a parent
Yeah.
so that they can actually raise a very emotionally healthy kid? That's very important.
Yeah.
Personal also.
Yeah. So I would say that parents need to stop fixing their child's emotions and also start managing their own reactions. So if a child is having a meltdown, whether it's a teenager or a toddler or an infant, you go up to them and you tell them कि ऐसा मत करो, they will not understand. But if while they're growing up, they see you acting very regulated, managing your emotions really well. So everybody learns by observing other people. So if you manage your own reaction to small stresses in daily situations well enough, you've
I
become
read
a
it.
good...
I read it somewhere.
Yeah.
That kids, 90% of the brain of the of a kid develops by the age of 5.
Yeah.
And how? By copying the actions.
Absolutely.
What is happening in their house? If the father is touching the feet,
Yeah.
they will touch the feet. There he is getting up and washing his own dish, he will do the same. He or she will do the same. So I think rather than telling what the kid should be doing,
Yeah.
they should be actually very mindful of their own action.
They should be an amazing role model for their kids to observe and learn.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And whatever habit you want to induce, just act.
Just do that.
This
Yeah.
act, at least if you don't do it, just act in front of your kid, because your kid becomes very emotionally
Yeah.
aware and healthy,
Yeah.
right? Now we'll shift to the rapid fire round, and it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite round.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you the question.
Yeah.
You can answer max in 1 or 2 word
Okay.
or 1 sentence if it
Okay.
needs a little bit of
ठीक
elaboration.
है.
Okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can you love 2 people at the same time?
You can, but you shouldn't. Yeah.
Can a person truly never cheat again after cheating once?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. They can.
They can.
Yeah.
Should you marry your best friend? Ooh,
Why not? Yeah.
is that a wise choice?
I mean, if you guys get along, why not?
What's one secret to a healthy relationship that people usually realize too late?
Your fundamentals should align. Always.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiables.
What's that one silent killer of a relationship?
Shutting down. Avoiding.
Silent treatment?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Anushka. It was lovely having you. Trust me, I had 2 major podcasts today.
Yeah.
पहला वाला अलग था, ये वाला to sum up my days, one of the best one I had till date. It's more because we talked about stuff which people are not comfortable about,
Yeah.
or people know or they don't just address it. And I
Right.
think after people watch this podcast, it'll be an eye opener.
Yeah. I hope so.
Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed.
I loved it. It was great.